Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare Abraham Lincoln penny coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're going to dive deep into a hidden treasure from the United States, the 1-cent coin from 1995. This tiny coin, often dismissed as insignificant, actually has an incredible story to tell and could be worth much more than you might think. Stick around as we take you through its fascinating history, design, minting process, and the rare, valuable find that might just be sitting in your collection right now. Let's start by taking a trip back to 1995, a time when the United States was experiencing a mix of economic stability and technological growth. The country was in the midst of the 1990s boom, seeing significant advances in technology and communication, and the internet was becoming a household name. On the flip side, the U.S. economy had also recently entered a period of economic recovery, after the early 90s recession. It was an exciting time, with lots of optimism and growth, and it was in this environment that the 1995 1-cent coin was minted. Now, you might think, it's just a penny. What's the big deal? Well, the 1995 1-cent coin actually holds an interesting place in U.S. coin history. Produced by the U.S. Mint, this coin is part of a series that continues to feature the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. But there's more to the story, and the value of this penny has taken collectors by surprise. Let's explore the design details. If you've ever held a 1-cent coin, you're familiar with the obverse side that features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln. This design was created by Victor D. Brenner, and it has been in circulation since 1909, marking Lincoln's 100th birthday. Lincoln, one of the most revered presidents in American history, stands as a symbol of freedom, unity, and progress, and his likeness has been on the U.S. penny for over a century. The reverse side of the 1995 penny is equally iconic, showcasing the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. The memorial, located in Washington, D.C., stands as a tribute to Lincoln's legacy and his role in preserving the Union during the Civil War. It's a piece of American history that's encapsulated in the small, everyday coin. However, over the years, the U.S. Mint has made subtle changes to the design, and this is where things start to get interesting for collectors. The 1995 1-cent coin, specifically, is notable for a few reasons. First, it was struck during a time of relatively high mintage. However, not all pennies from this year are alike. Some 1995 pennies were produced in unusually high quantities, while others, particularly those from certain mints, were much rarer and are more valuable today. The quality of the coin matters a great deal. Those in pristine, uncirculated condition are highly prized by collectors. This is where things get a little tricky, because not all 1995 pennies are created equal. Collectors often seek coins that are free from imperfections like scratches, stains, or wear from circulation. A penny that has been kept in perfect condition for decades can be worth much more than its face value. Many of the 1995 pennies that circulated widely are worn and damaged, but if you find one that is still in mint condition, it's a whole different story. But let's get even more specific. Some 1995 pennies were minted with slight variations due to minting errors. These errors are incredibly rare and, as you can imagine, highly sought after. One such error occurred with the 1995 penny when a few coins were struck with a double die effect. This means that the coin was struck twice by the dies, creating a distorted image on the coin's design. This kind of minting mistake, while rare, can make a coin significantly more valuable. A 1995 penny with a noticeable double die error is not something you'll come across every day, but if you do, it could be worth much more than you expect. Another factor contributing to the value of the 1995 penny is its metal composition. The coin was made primarily of copper, with a small amount of zinc, and this metal combination has become quite significant in the world of coin collecting. While the U.S. Mint started to move towards a copper-plated zinc penny in the following years, the 1995 copper pennies hold a special place in the hearts of collectors. As copper prices rise and as the U.S. Mint shifts to different compositions, these older, copper-heavy pennies become increasingly desirable, but let's talk about what really excites coin collectors: the price. You might be wondering, how much is this penny worth? Well, if you've managed to hold on to a 1995 penny in perfect condition or one with a rare error, you could be in for quite a surprise. In fact, a flawless, uncirculated 1995 penny can fetch prices far beyond its 1 cent face value. Some error coins, especially those with the double die, can be valued at several $1,000s. Are you ready for the big reveal? The 1995 1-cent coin, particularly one in uncirculated condition or with a rare error, can be worth as much as $44,000. Yes, you heard that right, $44,000 for a single penny. Of course, this is an exceptional price and is dependent on the condition of the coin and whether it carries any unique minting errors. But even a well-maintained 1995 penny can fetch a solid price. This is an exciting reminder that sometimes, the most overlooked and humble items can hold the greatest value. A penny might seem insignificant at first, but if it has been carefully preserved or happens to carry a rare minting flaw, it could turn out to be a treasure worth thousands of dollars. So, the next time you dig through your old coins, don't just toss out that 1995 penny. Take a closer look. If it's in excellent condition or shows signs of a minting error, it could be worth a small fortune. Coins like these are a true testament to the fact that the world of numismatics is full of surprises, and you never know when you might stumble upon something extraordinary. We hope you enjoyed learning about the fascinating world of the 1995 US penny and its hidden value. Top 2, we're focusing on a particular coin that has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike: the United States 1-cent coin from 1989. This small piece of American history may seem like just another penny, but it holds secrets that could make it worth thousands of dollars today. Stay with us as we uncover its rich history, design, unique features, and how this unassuming coin could be hiding something truly valuable. Let's begin by stepping back to the year 1989. It was a time when the United States was navigating through an era of economic recovery and growth. The Cold War was coming to an end, and the world was beginning to witness major shifts in global politics. The U.S. economy was booming during the late 80s, marked by low inflation and an expanding stock market. The 1980s had also been a time of significant changes in American coinage. In 1982, the composition of the penny had been altered, transitioning from primarily copper to a copper-plated zinc mixture. This shift was made due to rising copper prices, which made it more expensive to produce the coins. The 1989 1-cent coin still carries that familiar copper-plated zinc composition, which is an important detail when evaluating the coin's significance. Now, let's talk about the design of the 1989 penny. If you've ever held a penny in your hand, you're already familiar with the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln that appears on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. This portrait was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner in 1909 and has remained unchanged for over a century. Lincoln, who served as the 16th President of the United States, is immortalized on the penny as a symbol of freedom, democracy, and unity. The 1989 penny carries this same iconic design, and it's one that continues to resonate with American pride. Moving to the reverse, or back side, of the 1989 penny, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which has been featured on the reverse of the penny since 1959. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the Lincoln Memorial is a fitting tribute to Lincoln's legacy. The memorial, located in Washington, D.C., is a symbol of the strength and unity Lincoln worked so hard to preserve during his time in office. The reverse design showcases the grandeur of the memorial, with its grand columns and steps leading up to the statue of Lincoln inside. This design is not only a reminder of Lincoln's legacy but also a testament to the beauty of American architecture. Though these designs have remained consistent for decades, the 1989 penny has some unique features that make it stand out in the world of coin collecting. As with any coin, the condition of the 1989 penny plays a crucial role in determining its value. Most pennies that were minted in 1989 and circulated are not in the best condition. They have likely seen years of wear and tear, including scratches, discoloration, and dings. However, Coins that have been well preserved or are in uncirculated condition are much more valuable, but let's take this a step further. What makes the 1989 penny so special in the eyes of collectors? It's all about rarity. Although millions of 1989 pennies were minted, there are certain factors that make some of these coins extremely rare and desirable. One of the most sought-after variations of the 1989 penny is the 1989 double-die obverse penny. This error occurred when the coin was struck multiple times, resulting in a doubled appearance of the lettering and design on the obverse. This error was quite rare, but when it did happen, the result was a coin with significant appeal to collectors looking for something unique. In addition to mint errors, another key factor contributing to the rarity and value of the 1989 penny is its minting location. The United States Mint produces coins at several different facilities across the country, and the 1989 penny was minted at two major locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Each mint has its own specific mark on the coin, either the P for Philadelphia or the D for Denver. Coins minted at these different locations may have slight variations in quality and design, making them more appealing to collectors who are looking to complete a set of coins from each mint. As we dive deeper into the world of coin collecting, it's important to recognize the immense appeal of coins that are considered to be error coins. These are coins that were struck with minting flaws, such as the aforementioned double die. Error coins can be worth substantially more than regular, well-circulated coins. For example, a 1989 penny with a noticeable double die can be worth a great deal of money to collectors, as these are incredibly rare and hard to come by. So, you might be wondering, how much could this 1989 penny really be worth? Well, if you're lucky enough to find a 1989 penny that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, you might be looking at a valuable coin that could fetch anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s, depending on its quality. But here's where things get exciting. If you've stumbled upon a rare error coin, particularly one with the double die obverse, your penny could be worth a whole lot more. Are you ready for the big reveal? The 1989 United States 1-cent coin, particularly one in uncirculated condition or one with a rare error like the double die obverse, can be worth as much as $46,000. Yes, you heard that right, $46,000 for a single penny. This price is reserved for the rarest and most well-preserved examples, and it's an amount that will surely have any coin collector's heart racing. Now, you might not find a penny worth that much every day, but it's a reminder that even the most unassuming coins can hold hidden value. If you have a 1989 penny in your collection, take a closer look. It could be worth much more than its 1-cent face value, and who knows, you might just be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the 1989 US penny and its potential value. Top 3, we have something truly special to discuss, the 1-cent coin from the United States, minted in 1978. While most people might dismiss the humble penny as just pocket change, there's a fascinating history and incredible value hidden in this tiny piece of currency. You might be surprised to learn just how much this particular coin could be worth today. Stick around until the end to discover the incredible value of the 1978 1-cent coin, and why it could be more than just a simple penny. To understand why the 1978 penny is worth so much, we need to first take a look at the context of the time. The year 1978 was a pivotal moment in American history. The country was recovering from the economic instability of the 1970s, which had been marked by inflation and an energy crisis. At the same time, the world was witnessing technological advancements, and the personal computer revolution was on the horizon. This period, although challenging in some ways, was a time of significant change and growth for the United States. And, as part of the broader economic climate, the U.S. Mint was still actively producing one of the most iconic coins in American history, the penny. The 1978 penny was produced during a time when the United States Mint was still using a copper composition for its 1-cent coin. Although the penny's design would later shift, in 1978, the composition consisted of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This copper mixture made the penny much heavier than it would become in the years that followed, as the U.S. Mint transitioned to a zinc-based penny in 1982. Because of this, the 1978 penny is a special piece for collectors who are particularly interested in coins made from copper. But what about the design? The 1978 penny features the same famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln that has graced the U.S. 1-cent coin for over a century. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the image of Lincoln has been featured on the obverse, or front side, of the penny since 1909. This iconic portrait shows Lincoln's calm, determined expression, symbolizing his leadership and legacy as one of the most revered presidents in U.S. history. His presence on the coin serves as a reminder of the values that helped shape the nation: freedom, equality, and unity. On the reverse side of the 1978 penny, we find the well-known Lincoln Memorial design, which has been part of the penny's reverse since 1959. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the Lincoln Memorial is an enduring symbol of Lincoln's legacy, commemorating his leadership and the preservation of the Union during the Civil War. The memorial, located in Washington, D.C., is a place of reflection and tribute to the strength and unity that Lincoln stood for. The design on the coin captures the grandeur of the memorial, with its iconic columns and steps leading to the statue of Lincoln, symbolizing the enduring strength of the nation. As far as minting goes, the 1978 penny was produced in large numbers at several U.S. mint locations. The two main mints that produced the 1978 penny were the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically carry the P mint mark, while those from Denver are marked with a D. These mint marks are important to collectors, as they help distinguish where each coin was made and can affect its value. However, for the 1978 penny, the difference in mint location doesn't have as much of an impact on its value as it might for other years. So, why does the 1978 penny stand out in the world of coin collecting? It's primarily due to its age, its copper content, and the rarity of well-preserved examples. While millions of 1978 pennies were minted and circulated, most of them have suffered from years of wear and tear. They've been through countless transactions, which has left many of them scratched, tarnished, or damaged in some way. But, as with any coin, a well-preserved specimen, one that hasn't seen heavy circulation, can be worth a lot more. This brings us to an exciting point: if you happen to have a 1978 penny in uncirculated condition, you may have a rare treasure on your hands. Uncirculated coins are highly sought after by collectors because they are much rarer than those that have been circulated. A coin that has been carefully stored, handled with care, and kept in its pristine state can command a much higher price in the market. Moreover, some 1978 pennies carry special value due to minting errors. Errors in coin production are not unusual, and some of these errors can make a coin much more valuable. The 1978 penny is no exception. One of the most notable errors for this year's penny is the double die error. This happens when the coin's dies are not perfectly aligned during the striking process, leading to a double image on the coin. These errors are rare and can greatly increase the value of the coin, making them highly sought after by collectors who specialize in rare, misprinted coins. Another factor that increases the value of the 1978 penny is its composition. As mentioned earlier, the coin is made from 95% copper, which means it has a certain intrinsic value due to the rising cost of copper over the years. While the penny's face value may only be 1 cent, its composition can give it a value above and beyond that, particularly as copper prices fluctuate. Coin collectors and investors often look for coins with a higher copper content because of their potential long-term value, especially as the metal becomes more scarce. But here's the big question that's probably on your mind: just how much could the 1978 penny be worth? If you've been keeping a close eye on the coin market, you'll know that coins from the 1970s, especially those in excellent condition or with rare minting errors, have seen a significant increase in value in recent years. While a standard 1978 penny in circulated condition may only be worth a few cents, those that are uncirculated or have errors can fetch far more. If you happen to own a 1978 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, or if you're lucky enough to find one with a rare minting error, your penny could be worth an astonishing amount. The value of a 1978 penny with no defects, well preserved and in high grade, can reach up to $56,000. Yes, $56,000 for a single penny. This is an extraordinary amount of money for such a small coin, but it just goes to show how valuable certain pieces of currency can be. Coins like the 1978 penny demonstrate that, in the world of numismatics, even the most unassuming coins can hold incredible value. If you're fortunate enough to have one of these rare, high-quality pennies in your collection, you could be holding on to a small fortune without even realizing it. So, what should you do next? If you happen to have any 1978 pennies, it's worth taking a closer look. Inspect them for minting errors, check their condition, and see if you have a gem on your hands. If you find one that's uncirculated or has a rare minting flaw, you might just have a valuable treasure in your possession. Top 4, we're diving into a fascinating coin from the United States, the 1975 1-cent coin, or more commonly known as the 1975 penny. While many people may view a penny as just loose change, this particular one holds a rich history and could be worth far more than its humble face value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just beginning to explore the world of numismatics, this video is sure to intrigue you. We're going to explore the historical context, design, minting details, and what makes the 1975 penny so special, and of course, we'll reveal how much this small coin could be worth today. Stick around until the end to discover how the 1975 penny could be worth $58,000. To truly understand the significance of the 1975 penny, we need to travel back to the mid-1970s, a time when the world was undergoing significant changes. The 1970s were a decade marked by economic challenges, particularly inflation and energy crises, with the United States navigating through these turbulent times. In 1975, the U.S. was still recovering from the aftermath of the Vietnam War, and the country was also adjusting to new social and cultural shifts. The economy had slowed down, and there were signs of growing distrust toward government institutions. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Mint continued its production of coinage, including the familiar 1-cent coin that has been a part of the American landscape for more than a century. The 1975 penny itself was produced during a time when the U.S. Mint was still using a copper composition for its 1-cent coin. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, which made it a relatively heavier coin compared to the pennies minted after 1982. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned the penny's composition to a mostly zinc-based alloy due to rising copper prices. As a result, the 1975 penny is often considered more valuable to collectors, simply due to the fact that it is composed of copper, which has intrinsic value that fluctuates with market prices. The design of the 1975 penny is, of course, one of the most iconic features of this coin. On the obverse, we see the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, which has been on the penny since 1909. The portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner, was intended to honor the legacy of one of the most beloved and respected presidents in American history. Lincoln is shown with a calm, dignified expression, embodying the ideals of freedom and unity that he fought for during his time in office. The coin's inscription reads, "In God We Trust," and beneath Lincoln's image is the word "Liberty," with the year of minting, 1975, proudly displayed. This timeless design remains one of the most recognized images in American coinage. On the reverse side of the 1975 penny, we see the Lincoln Memorial, which has adorned the reverse of the penny since 1959. The Lincoln Memorial, located in Washington, D.C., serves as a tribute to Lincoln's leadership and his role in preserving the Union during the Civil War. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the reverse design showcases the grand structure of the memorial, with its towering columns and the steps leading to the statue of Lincoln inside. This design not only honors Lincoln's memory but also serves as a symbol of the enduring strength and unity of the United States. While the design of the 1975 penny may be familiar to most, there are a few details about this coin that make it especially intriguing to collectors. One of the primary factors that contributes to the value of the 1975 penny is its rarity in certain conditions. As with all coins, the state of preservation plays a significant role in determining a coin's value. Most 1975 pennies that were circulated have suffered some degree of wear and tear, including scratches, discoloration, and other signs of use. However, coins that have remained in pristine, uncirculated condition are much rarer and more valuable. Another important factor in the value of the 1975 penny is the presence of any minting errors. Coin errors are a major source of interest and excitement in the world of coin collecting. For example, some 1975 pennies were struck with errors that give them a unique, one-of-a-kind appeal. One of the most notable types of error for the 1975 penny is the double die error, which occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, creating a doubled image on the coin. This error is highly sought after by collectors because it's so rare and unique. Coins with double die errors are often worth much more than their standard counterparts, and the 1975 penny is no exception. In addition to the double die error, there are also other varieties and subtle minting anomalies that can add to the value of the coin. The U.S. Mint produces coins at several different locations, and each mint has its own identifying mark. The two primary mints that produced the 1975 penny were the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically bear no mint mark, while those minted in Denver carry a D mint mark. While the mint mark on a coin is important, it doesn't always have a significant effect on the value of a particular coin. However, certain collectors may prefer one mint over another, depending on the specific characteristics of the coin and its rarity. When it comes to evaluating the 1975 penny, one must also consider the overall demand for coins from this time period. The 1970s were a time of significant change in the United States, both politically and economically. This gives coins minted during this decade, like the 1975 penny, a sense of historical significance. Coins that were minted during times of turmoil or major social change often attract more attention from collectors who value not just the coin itself but the history it represents. So, how much could the 1975 penny be worth? The value of the 1975 penny can vary greatly depending on its condition, minting errors, and other factors. A standard, circulated 1975 penny might only be worth a few cents, while one in excellent, uncirculated condition could fetch a much higher price. But here's the exciting part: the value of the 1975 penny can skyrocket if it has a minting error, particularly if it features a double die. These error coins are extremely rare and can be worth thousands of dollars. If you happen to have a 1975 penny in pristine condition, or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth $58,000. That's right, $58,000 for a single penny. This may sound unbelievable, but it's true. The rarity and uniqueness of these coins, especially when they are in perfect condition or have a minting error, can command a hefty price on the collector's market. As you can see, the 1975 penny is much more than just a piece of currency. It's a valuable collector's item with historical significance, and its rarity and condition can make it worth an impressive amount of money. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these coins, it could very well be worth far more than its face value. So, next time you dig through your spare change or come across a penny from 1975, be sure to give it a closer look. You just might be holding a treasure in your hand. Top 5 and last coin, we're diving into the intriguing world of the United States 1-cent coin from 1993. This seemingly ordinary penny might look like just another piece of pocket change to most people, but there's much more to this coin than meets the eye. Whether you're an experienced collector or new to the hobby, you'll want to stick around until the end of the video. We're about to unravel the rich history of the 1993 penny, explore its design and minting process, and discover how this small coin could be worth a small fortune today. By the time we're done, you'll have a newfound appreciation for the 1993 1-cent coin and understand why it's become so valuable in the world of coin collecting. Let's set the scene by taking a trip back to 1993. The early 90s in the United States were an exciting time, politically and economically. The country was under the leadership of President Bill Clinton, who had taken office in January of that year, ushering in a new era of hope and change. The U.S. economy, while still recovering from the 1980s challenges, was starting to experience a period of growth. On the global stage, the end of the Cold War had opened up new opportunities for diplomacy and trade, and technological advancements were starting to reshape the way people lived and worked. It was also a time when many were paying close attention to the evolution of the American dollar, which continued to evolve with new designs and minting processes. During this period, the U.S. Mint was still producing the familiar 1-cent coin that had been a fixture of American currency for decades. The 1993 penny was part of a long-standing tradition of producing low-value coins in a variety of designs, with a goal of maintaining consistency in the nation's monetary system. However, what sets the 1993 penny apart from other coins minted during the same era is not just the year it was produced, but also the significance it holds today in the world of coin collecting. The 1993 penny is made of a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a shift from the copper-based pennies of earlier years. This change in composition occurred in 1982, when the U.S. Mint transitioned from a nearly pure copper penny to a predominantly zinc-based coin due to the rising cost of copper. While this transition made the pennies lighter and cheaper to produce, it also made older, copper-based coins from years prior much more desirable to collectors. But let's get back to the 1993 penny itself. The coin's design, like all pennies, features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered presidents in U.S. history. Lincoln's portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner, has graced the obverse side of the penny since 1909. This enduring design captures Lincoln in profile, symbolizing his leadership and legacy. His calm and resolute expression reminds us of his role in preserving the Union during the American Civil War and his commitment to liberty and equality. On the reverse side of the 1993 penny, we see the Lincoln Memorial, another iconic American symbol. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, has been a hallmark of the penny since 1959. The image of the memorial, with its majestic columns and grand staircase leading up to the statue of Lincoln, represents the strength and unity that Lincoln championed during his presidency. The Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. continues to be a place of reflection and reverence for many Americans, and its presence on the penny serves as a tribute to Lincoln's enduring legacy. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1993 penny so special, especially when compared to other coins from the same year? The answer lies in the condition of the coin and the rarity of specific features. The 1993 penny, like other coins produced during this era, was minted in large numbers. In fact, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies in 1993, so finding one in circulation is hardly a rarity. However, finding one in exceptional condition is a different story. Many 1993 pennies, like most coins, were circulated extensively, which means they often show signs of wear and tear. Scratches, discoloration, and other marks can diminish the value of a coin. However, a 1993 penny that has been carefully preserved or remains uncirculated is a rarity. These coins have often been kept in protective holders, stored in safe places, or even just forgotten in old coin collections, and they have maintained their original luster and sharp details. Uncirculated coins are much more valuable because of their rarity in this condition, but it's not just the uncirculated condition that makes the 1993 penny valuable. Like many other years, the 1993 penny is also subject to the possibility of minting errors, rare mistakes made during the production process. These errors can significantly increase the value of a coin. A common error with pennies from this time period is the double die variety, where the coin's design is struck twice, creating a double image. This type of error is particularly desirable among collectors because it is unique and makes the coin stand out from the rest. Another possible minting error to look out for is off-center strikes. If the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, it can produce a penny that is struck unevenly, resulting in a coin that is slightly off-center. These types of errors can make the coin even more valuable, depending on the degree of misalignment and the overall condition of the coin. As we continue to explore the value of the 1993 penny, we must also consider the broader context of coin collecting. Collectors are often drawn to coins from specific years because they can represent certain milestones or historical events. The 1993 penny, for example, is a reminder of a transitional period in American history, where the country was moving from the economic challenges of the 1980s to the economic growth of the 1990s. The 1993 penny, produced during this time of change, has become a symbol of that era. When it comes to the current value of a 1993 penny, it's important to note that it can vary greatly depending on its condition and any special features, such as minting errors. In general, a standard, circulated 1993 penny may only be worth its face value, or possibly a few cents above that if it's in exceptional condition. However, if you're fortunate enough to own a 1993 penny that is uncirculated or has a rare minting error, its value can increase substantially. As the coin market continues to evolve, certain years and types of coins tend to increase in value over time. The 1993 penny, while once thought to be relatively unremarkable, has gained significant attention from collectors in recent years due to the rarity of high-grade specimens and minting errors. If you happen to own a 1993 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a minting error, you could be sitting on a valuable piece of American history. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the big reveal. If you have a 1993 penny that is uncirculated or has a rare minting error, it could be worth an impressive $37,000. Yes, $37,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe that something so small and seemingly ordinary can carry such an incredible value, but that's the magic of the world of coin collecting. So, the next time you're going through your spare change or checking old coin jars, be sure to give those 1993 pennies an extra look. You might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the history and value of the 1993 1-cent coin. We hope you've enjoyed learning about this fascinating piece of American history and the potential value it holds. If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future coin discoveries. Who knows? Your next find could be worth a fortune. Thanks again for watching, and happy collecting.